Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a get ready with me, and this get ready with me is going to include a lot of products that I've used but I've never really talked about as I use them. Like, they're pretty new to me. I have some stuff that were in this month's BoxyCharm. I have a palette from the brand Bad Habit. I have a foundation that I haven't used on camera, concealer, some powders. I just have a whole bunch of things that I haven't used on camera that I figured I would get ready and use on camera with you guys. I'm going to an event with my business partner, kind of like a networking event, and I figured that would be a good time to show myself getting ready. I'm gonna show you guys makeup, hair, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out what I'm wearing, then I'll try to show you guys outfit as well. I just wanna take a second and appreciate my background real quick because, like, how cute am I? Like, I am a YouTuber. I have a background. I got this little pumpkin at Target. I have candles. I have a shelf. Like, it's official. I already have my skincare on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my brows. I am terrible because look at how much of my brow pencil I have left. You can't even see it. Like, that little bit. So this might be a struggle, but we're gonna go. So yeah, we're going to this event later, and it is a event for creatives, for bloggers, all content creators, entrepreneurs, all that. And so we're gonna go to that. I am not much of an event person just because I am pretty introverted when it comes to stuff like that. I'm very, very shy, and I get really uncomfortable and awkward and all that. So it's not really my thing. But my business partner, like, she is all for like networking, meeting people, and I'm just like, oh. So usually when we go to things like that together, I just let her do all the talking because I always feel like I don't know what I'm saying. But it'll be cool to meet people, network. We got these brushes in BoxyCharm. They're the Luxie, I don't know, just these Luxie brushes. I thought I'd be able to use one of these to clean up my brows, but none of them are gonna work. So I'm just gonna use one of my brushes. This is a brush that I got off of Amazon. Nothing special. I'm actually gonna take the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is the shade Natural Beige, and I'm just gonna use this to clean up the bottom of my brows. And it's hard to talk when I do this, so I'm just gonna speed through it. I'm also gonna take this concealer and just prime my eyelids with it, just to cancel any discoloration, darkness, veins. I don't have much discoloration, but I do have lots of veins on my eyelids, so I'm just going to get that covered and out of the way. And this brush is also from Amazon. It was from just like a random brush kit that I found. So yeah, speaking more on my store, I'm thinking of doing a video all about like just like my brand, my store, just because I get so many questions about like how we started, what made us do it, what we use, like, and all that. And of course there are some things that I have to keep confidential because of business, but I feel like people don't like to share information once they kind of have something going. And you know, I mean that kind of sucks because I feel like the more information you share, it's only going to help you in the long run. But you know, I've thought about doing a video like this where I just answer questions about like business related questions. Like, a lot of people ask like, oh, how did you guys figure out an idea, or blah, blah, blah. Like, people just ask a lot of things like that. How did you figure out like all of your legal stuff and all of that? And where most of those things, the only answer that I have is to research, because that's honestly the only way that you learn about, you know, the field that you're trying to be in or the business that you're trying to grow, is to do your own research. It's not going to help you just getting the answers given to you from everyone, because that's kind of a part of the learning process. Like, me and my business partner do all of our research ourselves, and like, I didn't go to school for business. She went to school for finance, so she has like a bigger, like, her knowledge is a little bit bigger about some of that stuff. But as far as like wholesalers and stuff like that, like, we did all the research about that on our own. Like, we didn't have anybody tell us like, okay, go to this website, fill out this form. Like, no, I remember a day that I Googled, I don't even remember, I Googled different things: fashion wholesalers, LA wholesalers, Europe wholesalers, UK wholesalers, and I went through every single page on Google, going onto these websites, seeing what I liked, seeing what I didn't like, and that's kind of how we got to where we are. Lots of research, lots of teaching yourself, but I feel like I should do a Q&A kind of like on business. Let me know down below if you guys want me to do something like that. And then I think I'll post one of those little like community things that they do now on YouTube where you can like post like a picture and have people like ask questions or comment on there. Kind of like on Instagram, but I don't want to bring Instagram into it. I just want it to be for like my YouTube. Let me know down below if you guys want to see that, and I will definitely do my best to film something like that for you guys if it's what you want to see. I'm trying to open this palette. So a little backstory on this palette. This is from the brand Bad Habit, and if you're not aware, Bad Habit is a brand that they sell very similar palettes and like color schemes from other palettes like Huda, Anastasia, all that. And I had seen like many YouTubers use palettes like that, comparing like the high-end versus the Bad Habit one, and I'd always seen it and I was always like, oh, that's really cool. Like there's a brand that gives you the same quality, same color story and all that, but for a lot cheaper. I think their palettes are like no more expensive than $20. And they emailed me and I was like they emailed me and they were like, hey, you know, we'd love to send you a palette if you want to make like a look out of it. I'm not getting paid or this isn't sponsored or anything, but they were like, oh, if you want to use it and make a look out of it. And I was like, oh, I should do a YouTube video. So this is what the palette looks like. It's called Pretty Poison. Look at how pretty this is. I am not a purple eyeshadow type of girl. It's just not, I don't know, I don't usually wear purples, but this is so pretty. Like it's beautiful. It has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 colors. It has a huge mirror, which is great. And this is gonna be my first time using these. So we're about to see how these work. I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to expect, but we're gonna try this out and we're gonna see how it goes. I already set my lid with some Dermablend translucent setting powder. So now we're gonna go into the first color. I think I'm gonna go into Pierced Heart, which is this like middle pink right here. I'm not sure how pigmented these are, so I don't know what I'm gonna need to, like how much I'm gonna need to build and all that. And this is a Sigma E40 brush. But I'm just gonna work with these and play with them and see what happens. So you can definitely see that there's payoff. It is a very light color, so I'm not expecting it to be super pigmented on my complexion because, I mean, I'm pretty tan, but there is color payoff. Like you can see color. So I'm just kind of throwing this all over the eyes. This will just be a good transition shade, if anything, just to help everything else blend out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my eyes. I think I'm wearing one of our blouses, our champagne high neck blouse tonight, and that shirt is like a champagne-y color, so I feel like I can kind of get away with anything on my eyes. I just don't want to go too intense because I want my outfit to be the main point of tonight, because that's what I'm representing. But this eyeshadow is blending out really, really pretty. Like there's no harshness at all, which is good. Now I'm gonna go into Deadly Dose, which is this like, it's like a mauve-y brown color, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of it just because, again, I don't know how pigmented this is gonna be. I'm using a Morphe M514 brush. I'm gonna just start building the crease area. Okay, this color is really pretty. Yeah, this color, wow, these blend into each other. Like, do you see that? These blend really nicely into each other. And like purple, I don't know what it is about purple eyeshadow, but especially purple mattes are very difficult to like get to look good. So I don't know if that's why I just don't, wow, these, do you guys see the blend in that? And I'm like barely doing anything. And I'm just picking up and building it. Building the color just to get it as intense as I want it. But this is building and blending amazing. Like, I'm actually kind of shocked. I didn't know what to expect. And I'm drinking my caramel brulee latte every season. When this comes out in the fall and winter, this is the only thing that I get from Starbucks. Usually I get an iced white chocolate mocha. That's usually always my drink, but this is my favorite ever. And they spelled my name super wrong. I-V-I-A. I sent a picture to my mom and I was like, when your parents give you a name no one knows how to spell, and I sent my mom a photo. And my mom said that's because they're idiots. So now I'm just gonna take a clean brush. This is a Morphe R37 and I am just blending the edges out. And I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more of the Pierced Heart color, which is that first shade. that we picked up. And I'm just using that to blend the edges out. I'm so impressed with how these are blending. Like really impressed. I kind of want to throw a little bit of this nightshade, is that what it's called? Nightshade color into the mix just to throw a little bit of purple, but I think I'm going to use a really fluffy brush just so it doesn't pack on too much color. So I'm going to use a Morphe M441. I'm going to pick up a little bit and see if that makes it a little bit more purple. Does it? Okay, now it definitely did. That's definitely more purple than that side. So I'm just gonna throw this in here. Wow, these are really nice. Like really nice. Now I'm going to darken it a little bit more and I'm gonna pick up the color Antidote. I'm gonna use this brush that came with the Luxie brush set. It's not focusing, there we go. It's a really small crease brush and I'm gonna pick up that color Antidote. I don't know if there's much of a difference in this color to the other one. Not much, but whatever. We'll put it on both sides. It's pretty similar to Deadly Dose that I put on before this, but I'm just gonna blend it out. And I guess I should pick a lid color. So I can either use, I really like this color Paralyzed right here, with a little bit of this color Nectar. Oh, this is pretty. It's like a duochrome pinky purple. And then this is the color Paralyzed. It's like a pretty champagne. I think I'm gonna go with the champagne. Not to be boring, but just because I don't want to go too overboard. And I'm just gonna use it with my finger and just press it onto the lid. Just because I feel like at this point, shimmers just go on way better with your finger. Like, screw the Fix Plus. I don't want to ruin my brushes or ruin my shadows with setting spray. I'm just going to stick them on my finger because they end up coming out way more pigmented and it's just easier and faster. And I hate using my hands for makeup. Like, I do not like using my finger because I don't like getting makeup on my hands. But when it comes to this step, I just feel like there's no point in not. Now we're gonna go ahead and put on some liner and I'll go ahead and like go back and mess with the eyes a little bit more in a second. But I'm gonna use my Sephora Micro Smooth, the Sephora Noir Black Liner. This is my favorite black eyeliner to exist, period. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and line my eyes really quick and put some lashes on. I'm gonna use these Kiss Blowout lashes in the shade. In the style Beehive. They're just some like fluttery but not too intense lashes because I don't want anything that's too, like I said, intense. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner and then I'll get off of camera and put on my lashes. Then we'll move on to the complexion. All right, so we is back. I put my lashes on and we're gonna move on. I keep getting sidetracked by my phone. I have a group chat with my sisters. By the way, guys, I finally got a new phone. If you knew before, my screen was like completely cracked and I finally have the 8 Plus, so now like when I do vlogs and all that, I'll be able to get really good content. Finally, anyways, that is not the purpose of this. So I'm gonna go ahead first and I'm gonna prime with my favorite primer of all time, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. If you have dry skin and you have not tried this primer, I honestly don't know like where you've been. It is honestly, I mean, when have you guys seen me use something else? Honestly, like I barely ever use anything else unless I want like a super glowy base. Then I'll use something with like a glow to it, but homegirl right here is the best. So now for my foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Dior Skin Forever Taint Hot Perfection Perfect Makeup. This is Broad Spectrum SPF 35 with Shine Control, and this is in the shade 040. I've been using this foundation pretty often when I want, I'm looking for my beauty blender, when I want like a very, very, very matte and flawless finish. It's a really nice wearing foundation. I've been kind of struggling lately with my undertone just because I'm noticing that if I'm tan or like darker, I start to pull more pink in my undertone. Like I get more neutral. And like if you look at my neck is very warm. My arms, like all of that is very warm. But then you look here and I do have like slight hints of red in my undertone. And so I've been kind of transitioning my foundations from yellow based to more neutral based, which this foundation is, which it was kind of hard for me to get used to in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm so used to seeing like very, very warm undertones on my foundation. But like this foundation blends in to my forehead so easily, and I like to match my forehead and my arms, or like my shoulders, just because my neck is, like if you see how light my neck is and how dark my shoulders are, it's a huge difference. You can see my shoulders have more of a reddish undertone, like they have a little bit more red than yellow. And if I try to match my face to my neck, my face is gonna be white and all of this is gonna be super tan. So I've kind of been matching my forehead and my shoulders so that this kind of blends with this. And then I just brighten my face with my concealer. But that's just a random thing that I've been doing lately. And I've been using the Black Beauty Blender, which I freaking love. I still do use all my other sponges, the L'Oreal, the EcoTools, the Sigma one. I still love those, but this is just the one that I'm using right now. All the other ones have to be clean. So does this one, honestly. For my concealer, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Natural Beige, and this is where I kind of bring the warmth back to my skin. I'm just going right in there just to get some brightness. And to get all of this to combine with my neck, this is where I kind of highlight the hell out of my chin. I don't highlight my forehead, like the big stripes on the forehead, because I prefer my forehead to look smaller, because y'all can see I got some space up here. So I don't highlight my forehead because highlighting is what makes something look bigger and bring something more out, and I don't need that. So I avoid putting concealer on my forehead now. And I just focus it on my under eyes and mainly my chin. Even my nose, I don't highlight that much anymore. A lot of like my makeup style has changed. I've done a lot less in my makeup routine. This is like the first time in a while that I've done like full on eyeshadow and all that, just because I'm just, I don't know, like I like it and I like doing it on other people. I just prefer to be more like, I don't know. I don't want to say natural because makeup isn't natural, but you know what I mean. Just more minimal with my makeup. Now I'm going to use my Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder to set my under eyes, and I'm just going to take a very small amount, like that right there. It looks like a lot, but it's not that much. I puffed a lot of it off. And I mean, you guys know I don't bake. I just set and blend it in with the sponge right away. And just kind of press. Now I'm going to, this is something that I've been doing lately. Before I set my entire face, I'm gonna go in with my Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Highlighter in the shade Wisp from ColourPop. I've had this for so long that the name came off. This is already hit pan, but I've been using this a lot to cream highlight. Like, I forget how beautiful this is. And I'm going to pick up this Wet n Wild P75 brush. This is a little highlighting brush, and I'm just gonna take this while my skin has no like real powder on it, and I'm just going to use this as a base for my highlighter. Like, you could definitely use this by itself. If I use it by itself, I use my finger to apply it because it is beaming when you use your finger. But I just want it as like a nice natural sheen before I put my powder highlighter on. So for my powder highlight, I'm going to be using the Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter. I have been freaking obsessed with this thing. It just makes my skin so glowy without looking like I have actual highlighter on. And I'm gonna pick that up with the Morphe M510, and I just slap it right on here. It just gives the nicest glow without looking like actual highlight. It kind of just looks like your face is like that, and I love this so much. So I literally just put it kind of everywhere. Like, you can see, like, oh, I love it so much. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set the other parts of my face with my Surprise Micro Smooth Baked Face Powder, which is also back in stock on Sephora.com. You can't get it in store because I tried, but you can get it online. And I'm only going to set down the places that don't really have highlighter on them, like the outer perimeters of my face, and right around my nose, and like right around my jawline. See, like, once you put the concealer on, I feel like it kind of blends everything. together a little bit more seamlessly. Now we're gonna take the Butter Bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer, I think, and the Morphe M530, and I'm just gonna swirl in here, and we're going to bronze the hell out of the skin. I swear, I think bronzer is my favorite product, like my favorite makeup product. Like, I get so excited to try bronzers. Oh, I love bronzers so much. Bronzers and blushes, and I know blushes aren't very popular. Like, people don't really care for blush, but I feel like blush just like brings your entire face to life. And I kind of want to use one of these colors for my blush. I think I want to use this color. This could go really wrong, but let's try it out. I'm going to use this same brush. Can you guys see that? Not really. Yes, there we go. Just because I don't want anything to clash with the purples, and I've been using an orange blush lately, and I don't really think that that's gonna work. So I just figured I would use a little bit of that eyeshadow as a blush, and it works. Now I'm gonna go back into this palette, and I'm going to pick up a little brush that I can highlight my inner corner. I don't know what brush I want to use yet. So I'm gonna use one of the Luxie brushes. I'm gonna use this tiny little one. I'm gonna pick up the color Nectar, which is this white iridescent color. I'm just gonna throw that right in here. Wow, that's pretty. I don't know if you guys can see a difference, but it's really nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. Just highlighting in there. Yeah, that's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and drown my face. This smells so good. Like, honestly, I buy this because it smells so good. It smells so nice. I'm going to go ahead and set my brows with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And now we're gonna work on the lower lash line. So on the lower lash line, I kind of want to use more of the purple. So I'm going to use this color right here, the Nightshade, and we're just going to put this right under the eyes. I'm not going to take it too dark because, again, I don't want to be too intense for this event, especially an event that is, I'm trying to showcase my outfit. I don't really want to showcase my makeup too much. And I'm going to take this Alamod Cosmetics, it's just like an angle, flat angle brush, and I'm going to take the darkest color, Antidote, and I'm just going to press it right along my lash line. I'm going to do the lips after I do my hair, but I need dry shampoo desperately, so I'm going to go ahead and drown my hair in dry shampoo, and then we're going to move on to hair. Alright, so I just put about half a bottle of dry shampoo in my hair. I use the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo in the tropical scent. I think I'm going to wear my hair somewhat up because the blouse that I'm going to wear kind of goes around the neck, and I feel like shirts like that are really pretty if you have your hair pulled up and off of your neck. So I think I'm just going to use my wand. I get questions about this wand so much, and I bought this at Sally's like 6 years ago. I don't know the brand because it rubbed off because, like I said, this is really old. This is like my go-to curling tool, so I'm literally just going to wand very loosely these pieces of my hair, like the main top pieces. Nothing too tight because I don't like that look, which, I mean, you guys know that. You guys kind of have a feel for me and my style and all of that. So I'm just kind of doing the very top pieces. I'm not worrying about like curling my entire head because it's just not what I'm going for. I'm just doing like a slight bend throughout my hair, and then this front piece, because this event is a little bit later, I just want to make sure it lasts. So the front piece I'm kind of curling just a little bit more, but that's how I usually do the pieces. And then I'm going to put my hair in either a loose bun or a loose ponytail. I'm not sure yet. I need to go buy sticky boobs, so I need to go to Target because you can't wear a bra with that shirt. And I don't have sticky boobs, and it's a really light color, so I don't want anybody seeing my, you know, And if you guys want like a full tutorial of how I do my loose waves, I have a video of it already and I'll link it down below. Just like how I do like my very loose, just like this sort of like effortless beach wave. I'll put that video down below in case you guys want to see how I do my entire head. Which is kind of similar to that. Like I don't put too much effort in it just because I don't like my hair to look extra defined. I like them very messy and like soft. So now I'm just taking a ponytail and I think I'm literally just going to let pieces fall out and do some sort of like loose. Gotta pull out the ones from the ears. I like my hair to be very, very relaxed and messy, and I think I'll probably end up doing this. I wish I could show you guys the blouse on. I took a picture with it the other day. I'll insert the picture of me wearing it like right around here. Like I go through and I start pulling out like little pieces just until I get everything to kind of look the way that I want it to look. Very loose, very soft, textured. I like my ponytail to look very rough. And I'm probably gonna wear a pair of hoops from our store just because I want to wear as much of our store as I possibly can. Now let's go on to lips. So for lips, surprise, I'm doing nude, and surprise, I'm wearing the NYX Need Me lip liner. I mean, if you guys ever want me to do some crazy bold lip, it's probably not ever gonna happen, unless it's like a red. So I'm gonna go in with Beyond Nude lip liner. And over top, we're gonna use London from NYX as well. And that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this long, I know this video is gonna be long, chatty get ready with me. Please let me know if there's anything down below that you guys would like me to film. I have a lot of style videos that I put in my notes that I want to do. If you guys want me to do the Brendolyn and Cora, how we started our business and like all that stuff, let me know down below and I will put up like a little thing so you guys can ask questions on there. Please subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.